I tell tales of magic. Tales of adventure. Tales of imagination. Now, a storyteller, you might ask. Surely there isn't much future in that. Well, frankly, that's what my father said too.
I keep telling you, Sam, you should be a computer programmer. You'll always have steady work and good pay.
Well, I am a storyteller, Dad. Or at least I hope to become one. You see, it's awfully hard to get started in this profession. I mean, a storyteller needs a story to tell, and well, I haven't got one. Now, I've talked to several prospective story characters, but none of them really seem to want to work with me. I mean, the prince won't let Sleeping Beauty out of the castle since they got married, and the only really good fairy godmother in the business hung up her wand after that whole Cinderella assignment. And so, here I sit, a storyteller without a story to tell.
Hey, little pigs! How would you like to take a bite out of me? They tell me I'm mighty tasty.
Well, we do like gingerbread cookies. But if we make a lunch out of you with a little old lady who made you come after us with threats to blow our house in?
What? Wait a minute, friends.
Hey, you look like a nice gal. Want to eat my orange candy cap?
What? No, I couldn't eat you. You're the gingerbread man.
Psh, Mom never told me. She always just called me Cookie.
Well, believe me, you're the gingerbread man. And the gingerbread man doesn't just go around offering himself as an afternoon snack. Especially not to the three little pigs. You all aren't even in the same story.
Now, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure we were supposed to meet somebody for lunch.
Well, yes, but you all weren't the ones going to be doing the lunching. At least, not if I've got my tail straight. Oh, you poor, lost story characters. You all need help. Desperately. Actually, what you need is a storyteller.
No, not this again.
Yes, that's it exactly. A storyteller could set you all straight, guide you in the right direction.
A storyteller? You really think that's necessary?
Why, yes. Every character needs a story told about him. How else would you know what to do? Where to go? Where to find your happy ending?
Now, wait a minute. Mom told me all I needed to be complete was a cold glass of milk. She never said anything about any storytellers.
Oh, come on, Cookie. I've got a wonderful story for you. Just give me a chance.
Okay.
Yes, this is going to be so much fun. My very first story to tell. Now, what story am I going to do? I know, I'll do the gingerbread man. Oh, and you three pigs can go wait out in the audience.
Okay, Mrs. Storyteller, but we'll be home soon, won't we?
Yes, I promise.
So, where do we start?
Well, with the Once Upon a Time, of course. Now, we're going to need a few more story characters to get started. Let me see. Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
If you don't mind.
Of course.
All right. We're going to need a little old woman for the mother.
I'll take it.
We're going to need a little old man for your father. Oh, Dad!
Yes, sweetie?
Little old man.
No, I'm not
Oh,
gonna...
you are.
What did I do wrong?
All right, who else we gonna need? Let's see. How about a cow? I've always wanted to play a cow. A horse. Oh, yay! Yeah! A farmer.
Well, it's better than scrubbing floors.
And a couple
Sound effects? Sound effects?
Oh yeah, they're real important.
Sound effects?
Now what do I do?
Well, whatever I say, of course. I'm the storyteller.
And what if I don't want to do what you say I'm supposed to do?
Now listen, Cookie. Characters in the story, they don't have a choice. They have to do what the story tells them to do. Now just relax. It'll be easy if you let it. And if somehow you get off track a little bit, I can always change this story, so don't worry. All right, let's get started. Now for the gingerbread man. Once upon a time, there was a little old woman, hey dearie, and a little old man.
Hello.
No, Dad, older. 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 Perfect. And they lived all alone in a little old house.
We didn't have any children at all.
One day, the little old woman decided to make a boy out of gingerbread.
Come here. We're gonna make a gingerbread man. Come here. I gave him a chocolate jacket to start.
Butterscotch.
Chocolate. Then I gave him a red cinnamon seed mouth.
Caramel.
Cinnamon.
Caramel.
Then a raisin nose and 2 cinnamon seed eyes.
Cracker Jack.
Orange sugar candy cap. And black shoes of fine licorice.
Candy corn and lettuce.
Lime. Can't see. Here. Still love them though.
Huh?
Gross! Anyway, as a finishing touch, she added the letters G and M to his jacket. That was so everyone would know he was a gingerbread man.
C and M.
Dad!
You asked for old, didn't you?
Anyway, they took the pan, put the pan in the oven, and shut the door.
Now I shall have a boy of my own.
When it was time for the gingerbread man to be done, Joe
Ah!
out popped the gingerbread man.
Right.
And away he ran! Out the door, down the street! Soon the gingerbread man and his skateboard were out of sight. What? A skateboard?
Yes, a skateboard. What kind of story to tell you anyway? Now how is the old man gonna catch it?
Believe me, I had nothing to do with this.
Go back here, son!
And so the old man chased after the gingerbread man, while the little old woman sat down and waited.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the Alphabet Man.
Hey you, could you come here a minute?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Well, I'm awfully busy. I'm running away from...
Never mind that. You can get back to your running in just a minute. I only wanted to clear up one small, teeny tiny little point. You see those letters on your jacket? The letters I cleverly arranged for you to wear?
Well, of course, they're letters of the alphabet, and that makes me the Alphabet Man.
Yes, well, they are letters of the alphabet. They're 2 very specific letters. G and M. And G and M stand for
Gingerbread Man!
Maybe this will help. Maestro? G is for gingerbread, tasty and sweet. M is for man, I would bet you. A gingerbread cookie is so good to eat. Run before they catch you.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay. Well, the gingerbread man was so fast that the little old man couldn't catch him. And sadly, he returned home to his wife.
Well, did you get my son back?
No, I didn't.
I'm not as young as I used to be.
Yes, Jerry, that's quite right.
Oh no! Ow! Wait a minute, crazy lady!
Stop that.
Anyway, the gingerbread man went on and on until he came to a cow by the roadside.
It certainly pays to stay alert. I believe I've seen things do that.
That's a laugh. Run, run, like no other. You can't catch me. I'm Grover's mother.
Hey you! What's with all this I'm Grover's mother nonsense? The only Grover I know is on Sesame Street.
You mean GM doesn't stand for Grover's mother?
No, you nincompoop. GM stands for
Gingerbread Man.
Remember, Maestro?
G is for gingerbread, tasty and sweet. M is for man, I would bet you. A gingerbread cookie is so good to eat. Run before they catch you.
Remember?
Yeah, thanks. I really will try to remember. Gingerbread man, gingerbread man. As I was going to say, Mr. Cow,
Mrs. Cow.
Mrs. Cow, I run away from a little old woman, a little old man, and I can run away from you, I can.
He may be a gingerbread man, but he's as nutty as a peanut butter sandwich.
So, the cow didn't catch the gingerbread man either. And so he went on and on aboard his brand new scooter. Scooter? What? A scooter? Where's he getting this stuff from? Anyway, that gingerbread man, he rode on and on until he came to a horse running in a pasture. Hey, look what's coming this way! It's a chocolate gingerbread confection! Hey, little boy! Stop for a moment! I'd like to take a bite of you!
Run, run, all you freeloaders, you can't catch me. I'm General Motors.
Now look! I don't think I'm getting through to you. What did I tell you that those letters on your jacket stood for?
I guess I've forgotten.
Yep, obviously. Now listen,
Very carefully.
okay? Maestro?
G is for gingerbread, tasty and sweet. M is for man, I would bet you. A gingerbread cookie is so good to eat. Run before they catch you.
Yeah, thanks. I remember now. Yeah. As I was going to say, Mrs. Horse,
I'm a woman!
Mrs. Horse, I run away from a little old woman, a little old man, I can a cow. I can run away from you, I can.
Well, who would think I'm crazy? They saw me talking to a cookie anyways.
And so, the horse didn't catch a gingerbread man either. And so he went on and on aboard his brand new pogo stick. Hey! A little help here? Thank you. Soon that crazy cookie and his pogo stick came to a field of farmers. One of the farmers was very near the fence, and she could see the gingerbread man coming down the road.
It's been a while since I've been fed, and I'm brave as some gingerbread. Yoo-hoo! Stop a moment, I got my eye on you.
Run, run, like a bandito. You can't catch me. I'm a giant mosquito.
This isn't fair! Why is this happening to me?
That wasn't right, was it?
Giant mosquito? Not exactly. Although you're about as annoying as one. GM stands for
Gingerbread Man.
Oh wait, I love this part. Sing with me. G is for gingerbread, tasty and sweet. M is for man, I would bet you. A gingerbread cookie is so good to eat. Run before they catch you.
That's actually right.
Thanks for reminding me. As I was going to say, Mr. Farmer,
I am a lady.
Mrs. Farmer, I run away from a little old woman, a little old man, a cow, a horse, and I can run away from you. I can.
Oh, let him go. He'll go back to the house and get a jelly donut anyway.
And so, the farmer didn't catch the gingerbread man either. And away he ran, taking along with him a brand new shiny red bicycle. Anyway, by that time, that cookie was getting pretty cocky. He'd managed to escape a crumbly fate 3 times, and he was starting to think that no one would ever be able to catch and eat it. However, he hadn't met
Mr. Cool.
And I'm Mrs. Cool.
That's us. Now, let me tell you where we stand on this issue. The gingerbread man would make quite a treat.
He's exactly what we've in mind to eat.
And we won't let him outfox us. Right, Dave?
Right.
Here he comes.
Hey there, Raisin Nose.
Hi, lady.
How'd you like to be something yummy sitting in my little old tummy?
Not a chance. Run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Good job!
Right, so, good day, friend.
And so,
I said good day.
Now, hold on just a minute, little dude. Now, so I could give you a little friendly advice.
You see, people immediately recognize you as a lip-smacking, tummy-pleasing gingerbread man.
And that big GM on your jacket is not helping you disguise the factory.
Disguise, that's it. Some dark glasses, a mustache, a trench coat.
Wait a minute. Now, I was thinking of something simpler. Get rid of that jacket and you got nothing to worry about.
See, and to show you how nice we are, I'll trade mine for yours.
Gee, thanks. What a pal. But I gotta be going now. I see that old horse coming this way. She was after me earlier.
Hey, you two! Have you guys seen the gingerbread man? No, I've been hunting him all day.
Me too, and I'm hungry.
Yeah,
Isn't that the jacket we saw earlier?
I think so. What are y'all doing?
Being cool.
Okay, well, we're gonna go look for some food. Bye!
Hey, it works. But I don't understand something now.
What's
If
that?
that GM jacket was my problem all along, why didn't they chase after you?
Well, that's simple. Do I look like a gingerbread man?
Okay, now I'm really confused. What does GM stand for?
Gourmet, man.
But isn't a gourmet someone who likes to eat?
Yep.
Well, then I'm almost afraid to ask this. But what does my C stand for?
Oh, that's easy. It stands for crunches!
and so the foxes outfoxed the gingerbread man, and he was eaten. But then again, isn't that what cookies are for? The end. All right, I mean, I think that went pretty good for my first story. What do you guys think? I mean, it got a little off track, but then we got it back and it.
Hey, Sam! Hey, remember us? Yeah, we've been waiting for you.
That's right. When we saw you go by, we thought you'd leave us stranded. What a story.
Oh, I'm sorry, girls. I'm trying to be a good storyteller, and I'm really doing the best I can here, but if I could get some help from my co-workers, it would make things a lot easier.
We don't know what you mean, Sam.
Let me put it this way. Are you girls prepared to do this story exactly as I tell it?
Well, sure, Sam.
Oh, good. And are you sure you can all remember your names?
What?
Oh, never mind.
Then can we get on with this?
Oh, sure. We don't even need that many more characters to get started. Let me see who we're gonna need. I think we'll need a mother pig.
always wanted to play Mother.
Great. And a little old man, Dad.
I might as well.
Uh-huh. And so we'll need a little old woman, too. Not that little old woman.
Oh, come on, Dewey, I need to work.
Please, she might hit you again.
Okay, you can do it. Well, let's see.
I said,
Oh, yes! A wolf!
it's about time, thank you.
Now, let me just get my book and we'll get started.
It ran down.
All right. Now for the 3 little pigs. Once upon a time, there was a mother pig who had 3 little pigs of her very own.
Ham, pork chop,
And pigtail.
Since she could no longer afford to support them, she decided that it was time to send them off into the world to seek their own fortunes.
And being a kind and loving mother, I sent them on their way with a penny each and a kiss. Ham, pigtail,
pork chop, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy.
pigtail.
Ham, the eldest, set out on the gravel path that led through the woods.
She hadn't been walking long when she came upon a little old couple carrying a bundle of straw.
Where are you going on such a fine morning, little pig? I've left home to begin a life of my own. But so far, I haven't any definite plans. Where are you headed with all that straw?
Well, we're gonna feed our animals with it.
Oh, no. Say, I bet that straw would make me a fine house. I could settle down right here and live happily ever after. Would you be willing to sell that straw to me?
Well, what can you pay?
Ham dug deep into her pockets, but alas, they were empty. Then she remembered the shiny penny her mother had given her just that morning.
I have no other money but this good luck penny. Will that do?
The kind old couple felt sorry for the little pig, so they said it would do and sold Ham the bundle of straw.
What are we gonna do with a penny?
Penny. So Ham built her little house of straw. Well, that didn't take long. And settled down, ready to begin a new life.
Now this handsome young wolf came across this little straw house, and inside a tasty, healthy little pig. So he decided to investigate further.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? I'm the storyteller here, Wolf. Now you get back out in the audience and don't you come in again until I say it's time for you to.
All right, it's all good. Chill. I'm going.
This time, I'm gonna nip this thing in the bud. Now, about that time, a hungry young wolf came upon this little straw house. As it was nearing lunchtime, he was getting pretty hungry. So as he cautiously approached the house and peered inside, after just one look at that little pig, he could think of nothing else but...
Oh, ham on rye with a side of potato salad. Oh, and a big old
And
glass.
so he hungrily approached the door of the little straw house.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, come on now. Humpty Dumpty's an egg, and everybody knows eggs don't talk. Who are you really?
Well, it's the big bad wolf.
Now that's more like it.
Well,
Well, what?
you gonna let me in?
You must be kidding.
All right, little piggy, you asked for it. Little piggy, you better let me in.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
All right, girl, get me up this. Then I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna puff, and I'm gonna blow your health in. Like this.
And so, he-ha!
and the hungry wolf collapsed from exhaustion.
Meanwhile, the second little piggy, Pork Chop, made her way through the woods into an open meadow.
She'd been walking all morning and part of the afternoon, and she was getting pretty tired, so she decided to stop by a brook to rest. Under the shade of some, lovely trees.
Thank you, Tree.
She hadn't been there long when she noticed a little old woman and a little old man coming down the road carrying a load of wood. The little old woman was also very tired by this time, and she almost tripped over the body of the wolf who was still lying lifeless on the... What? Oh, no.
What?
Hey, wolf!
What?
Hey, time to get up. Oh, you overgrown fur piece. You can't just be here laying in the grass while the old couple and the little pig are right there. You're not on yet. Now get back out in the audience and wait your turn.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. That storyteller, she is insane.
I'm sorry. Go on, everyone. Go right on.
Hello there, old couple. My, that load of wood you have is very heavy. Why don't you put it down and take a rest by me by this babbling brook?
Well, thank you, little piglet.
That sounds good. I think I... And so, the old couple and the little pig sat by the brook, resting and talking.
You know, old couple, I've been thinking, that load of wood you have would make me a pretty fine house, and I can go down by this babbling brook and live happily ever after. Will you sell it to me?
Well, what will you pay?
Pork Chop dug deep into her pockets, but alas, they were empty. Then, she remembered the shiny penny her mother had given her just that morning.
I have no other money, but this good luck penny. Will that
The kind, old couple, once again feeling sorry for the little pig, said it would do and sold Pork Chop a load of wood.
do? So right.
We're never going to be able to keep our farm if we don't make more money.
And you can't do that. So Pork Chop began building her house and settled down, ready to begin a new life.
Get this back. Now your favorite young wolf, handsome as ever, but weak from hunger, came across this second house made of wood. And inside, a delicious, delectable, tasty little piggy.
Yep, that wolf sure was hungry. He hadn't had dinner since the day before. And so, he approached the house as visions of...
Oh, fried pork chop with scalloped potatoes, oh, with a side of applesauce and cinnamon rolls and melted.
Danced in his head. Barely able to control himself, the wolf raced up and down, trying to formulate a plan of attack.
I know. This time I'll use the disguise. That way that little piggy's gonna let me in without all that discussion. Besides, who wants to do all that huffing and puffing anyway?
And so, the wolf thought for a long moment,
Trying to decide on a good disguise.
when suddenly...
My girl, stairs.
Oh, hey, hello, madam. What's your name?
Little Red Riding Hood.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Little Red Riding Hood. Where are you going?
To Grandma.
I don't care. I need this. Hurry up, give me this. Quick, because he's gonna let the piggy.
Hey! You got that!
I need this.
And so, the wolf disguised himself as a little girl in a red cape, who, by the way, isn't even in this story.
Well, I like Little Red Riding Hood.
She's right there.
Anyway, he hungrily approached the door.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's Little Red Riding Hood, and I'm on my way to visit my sick grandmother, but I seem to be low.
Oh, you sure are, love. This isn't even the right fairy tale, Gummy. This is the Three Little Pigs. I think you took a wrong turn about 10 pages back.
All right, it is the big bad wolf, and I am in the right fairy tale. So little piggy, you better let me in. Oh, this is getting really ridiculous, you know. Look, I need some help. All right, little piggy, I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna puff, and I'm gonna blow your house in.
And so, he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed,
This gets to be a real chore after a while.
and while he was busy huffing
be good. Watch this. I got a great idea. This time, I'm gonna sneak around backside of this house. That way, when I'm doing all this huffing and puffing, that little piggy's not gonna get away.
And so, when the wolf finally blew the wood house in,
What?
Pork Chop was gone.
Wherever did she go?
I'm not right here. Oh, great. Not again.
Now by this time, the third and final little pig, Pigtail, had made her way through the woods and over the meadow to the edge of the city.
She had been walking all day, and as it was nearing evening, it became harder and harder for her to find her way. Soon, it was almost dark, and Pigtail was afraid she might be lost. Hey! She came upon something in the dark. Alas, it was a little old couple who was carting a wheelbarrow full of bricks, which now, by the way, were scattered all over the road.
Well, wait a second, Miss Storyteller. I got a question. Who's these old smelly people with all the bricks?
Whoa! Are you out here again?
Well, it's kind of hard to leave the scene of the crime passed out from hunger.
Okay. Could you please just go now? I would really like to get on with this tale.
No wolf should have to go through this.
And so, the little old couple, angered by the accident, confronted the little pig.
Now look what you've done.
It took at least an hour to get all this up.
Hey, I'm awfully sorry. Say, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hold those bricks for you. Put them on the shelf for the night. Once you got to go on, this looks like a good place to settle down and build a house.
Well, what you gonna pay?
But before Pigtail could answer,
No, wait. Don't tell us. I bet we can guess. The only thing she has is a shiny penny that your mother gave you for good luck.
Oh, that's right. You're the most remarkable elderly people. What do?
and so, once again, the kind old couple took pity on the little pig and said it would do. They sold Pigtail the load of bricks.
Foxes, have some help. Oh, how do we find? Follow me.
Well, it certainly doesn't pay to be kind.
Certainly doesn't pay to be a fox.
I can't remember the last time we had such a hectic day and all we made was 3 lousy cents. Drat!
And so, the little old couple went on their way, and Pigtail built for herself a house of bricks.
Oh, wait. Oh, I did it.
That night, Pigtail went to bed exhausted.
That next morning, your favorite handsome young wolf, so weak from hunger he could barely walk, came across this third house made of bricks. Oh, inside, a scrumptious, succulent little piggy.
Now, if the wolf was hungry before, by this time he was famished. He'd spent the last 6 hours wandering through the meadow, crazed with hunger. He began seeing mirages of
Oh, pigtails and sauerkraut, apples and honey bun, chocolate cake with fudge frosting, oh, and a second helping of pigtails and sauerkraut.
well, you get the idea. Anyway, by that time, that wolf was pretty desperate.
He wasn't going to let this little banquet get away.
And so, even before knocking on the door, he went around the house and boarded up every window and nailed shut every door.
See, the real trick is to stay one step ahead of these clever little piggies. This one is not going to get away.
Once he had finished blocking every possible exit, the wolf, thinking of every detail, scurried off into the woods for just a moment.
Come on, team, huddle up, I need some help here, hurry up! Listen, I can't let this pig get away, I'm hungry. Listen, all right, huddle up here, put your hands in the middle right here. Here's what we're gonna do, all right? Rule number 1 on 1, all right? 1.
We're number one. We're number one.
Hey!
Ted.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, fam, listen. Okay, you've been exhausting me. You don't want to give me permanent lung damage, do you? So here's what I've done. I went out and got a fan club, you see? They're fans, they're going to help me blow down the house, and they blow in that... Oh, fam, I'm hungry.
Oh, all right. I give in. And so, the wolf once again hungrily approached the door.
This time, well prepared. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Oh, come on, little piggy. Let's not play this game. We both know who it is.
Oh, I see. It's the big bad wolf, isn't it?
Hey, you bet your tail it is.
I suppose you want to come in.
Hey, this little piggy catches on real quick.
Well, you know, I'm supposed to say you're not by the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Of course, and of course I'm supposed to say I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna puff, and I'm gonna blow your house in. But here's the clincher. Instead of me trying to wear myself out trying to blow down the brick house here, I went out and got my fan glove. Y'all ready?
Okay. And so, the wolf and his big fans
Let's do this.
blew, and they blew, and they blew, and they blew.
But Pigtail wasn't the least bit concerned because she had wind damage insurance on her house. And besides, she didn't think even all those fans could blow in a house of bricks.
And so, they blew, and they blew, and they blew.
The wolf got madder and madder because that house wouldn't budge. That the wolf got so mad that
He began to! He's gonna blow! Throw a temper tantrum right there in
No big bad wolf.
What do you want?
I changed my mind. That's not you in.
Oh, really? Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
I'm afraid you have to come in through the chimney since you boarded up all the windows and nailed shut all the doors.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That's a good point.
And so, the wolf climbed to the top of the little pig's brick house. And while he climbed, he dreamed of...
Oh, pigtails and sauerkraut, apples and honey buns. Oh, cookies. The kind grandmother had at Christmas.
Yeah, we've been through this once already.
Meanwhile, this little pig, who wasn't as dumb as she looked, had prepared a pot of boiling water. She had a few carrots and potatoes, and seasoned it with salt and pepper, and prepared for the wolf's entrance down the chimney by keeping the pot boiling.
You see, the pig hadn't eaten for quite some time either. And all the while, the wolf had been dreaming of...
Oh, apples and honey buns, cinnamon rolls with melted butter.
The pig had been dreaming of...
Wolf stew supreme.
And so, well, what you guessed happened, did happen. The wolf dove down the chimney right into the pig pot!
Oh, drat!
Hell, boiled again.
And so the pig had for herself Wolf Stew Supreme. And she invited all her friends and all her neighbors, and they all drank and ate and ate and drank. And the three little pigs, well, they lived happily ever after. The end! I was just so serious and terrified.
Wait a minute, wait. You call that a good story?
Why, yes, I thought it was quite a fine story.
Let me get this straight. You take a perfectly innocent storybook character like the wolf,
And the foxes
and number one,
overwork us. Number two,
embarrass him in front of his peers, and three, cook him for dinner.
And she thinks she has a knack for storytelling.
That was a horrible story.
Terrible.
Whatever happened to happily ever after?
now listen. I don't think you guys quite understand. And happily ever after. Only those who deserve it.
Like we don't deserve it.
And in this particular story, you were the mean old wolf out to do harm to our heroines, the three little pigs. Believe me, it's nothing personal.
It's nothing personal. You only try to kill me off, but it's nothing personal. You are insane.
I didn't really like the stories too much either.
Ah, see what you think.
watch and a pink shoe. I need more lipstick too.
Oh, Mrs. Storyteller!
Oh, just Sam, just call me Sam.
Of course, I apologize, Sam. Maybe we have misjudged you. I mean, it really isn't your fault the story had to end that way. She was only doing her job.
Well, gee, I'm glad you see it my way.
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, you did such an incredible job. How would you all like to hear her tell another story? Another story!
Gosh, Wolf, I'm honored, but I'm afraid we run out of characters. The three little pigs and the gingerbread man are both done for the day.
Yeah, that's true. I'll get to them later. But the miller and his son aren't done.
Who?
Oh, well, haven't you met?
You guys look kind of familiar. Have we met?
Yeah.
And listen, Sam, you all can get acquainted later. How about a story now?
But I don't know any stories about a miller and his son.
Don't worry about a thing. I'm sure an experienced storyteller like yourself will think of something great. Besides, the miller and his son here will help you out. Good luck, Sam.
Hey, wait a minute! Isn't that the fox that you're running around with in the gingerbread man? Hey! Dad!
Right.
Hey, man, we got time for this. We got a lot of people got stuff to do. On story!
Well, okay. Alright. Now for the miller, his son, and their donkey? Okay, hi guys. You two look about as likely as any characters for a story that I've yet to run into today. Would you happen to have a tale I could tell?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Now, what would it happen to be about?
A miller, his son.
And their donkey.
Oh no! Wait, you guys, you don't understand. You see, I'm a storyteller, not a story character. I mean, the wolf.
Be quiet, donkeys don't talk. Trying to grab a hold of us, you would raise your arms.
Oh!
Now one day, my son and I were taking our donkey to market. Well, we had not made it far down the road when
How silly they ought to be trudging along when that donkey might be carrying one of them.
That sounds like a good idea, son.
That sounds like a great idea.
That's a terrible idea,
Be
Wolf.
quiet, donkeys don't talk. So I helped my son up under the donkey, and I kept walking directly by his side. We went a little further when a farmer lady came upon us.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Riding along like a poor father has to walk along, it shows no respect for the elderly. Least you can do is get down from there and let your poor father have a rest.
Now, hold on a little bit there, little farmer lady. Let's have that little, good meeting.
Excuse me, do not flirt with me.
That usually works. Well, I guess that's a good idea, Father.
That sounds like a great idea, son.
Bet nobody cares what I think.
Be quiet, donkeys don't think.
They don't talk either. Ha ha!
continued on the road, some more towns ladies saw us. Howdy.
Shame on you! You cruel old man!
Dad was sitting selfishly comfortable while his poor son has to trudge along the dusty road behind him.
Shame on you, for shame!
Well, maybe I ought to join you on the donkey, Father.
That sounds like a great idea, son.
Oh!
Be quiet.
Donkeys don't.
Oh, come on, guys. I didn't even say anything that time.
Up you go.
Oh, no. Oh,
Now, we went even further this time. That's when we saw another townswoman.
Hey, don't you have sympathy for poor old dumb animals? You guys should be carrying her instead of riding her.
Now that lady, I like.
You're welcome.
Now, not one more word from any of you. I'm going to take control of this story if it's the last thing I do. Now, you over here and you here. Come on, boys. Now that is much better. And so, we went on in peace for about a block. Look at that. You can't even tell which one's the donkey.
The miller and his son didn't want to be king, so they dropped their donkey.
You can't end this story. That's my job. Oh, what's the use? Maybe I'm not cut out for this kind of work after all.
I told you. Yes. What's the matter, Sam? You just look awful here. You just look so bad. They jumped in the river. What's the matter? Didn't you have a happy ending?
Very funny, Wolf. Actually, I've decided that an appropriate ending to all of this would be for me to just give up this silly notion of becoming a storyteller. I sure haven't got what it takes.
Oh. Sam, don't be so hard on yourself. I mean, this whole experience has taught me something very valuable.
Oh, really? Well, what's that?
That revenge is sweet.
Hi, Sam. We couldn't help but overhear what you two had been talking about, and, well, on behalf of Pork Chop, Pigtail, Cookie, and myself, we'd like to tell you that we think you're a fine storyteller.
Yeah, maybe, a little inexperienced, just a little gullible.
We'd like to give you a little token of our appreciation.
SOS, say my ship.
Say my story!
Gee, how perfect.
I thought you'd like it. Don't you want to know what it stands for?
Actually, I think I already know.
Well, how could you? It stands for Sam our Storyteller.
It does? It really does?
Well, of course. Anyone can tell you that.
Well, maybe I won't have to go to computer school after all.
Now, let's not be so quick.
No, I could go on telling stories. Good ones, too. Why, I could even tell a story about a storyteller who becomes friends with these story characters and convince them to do the story. And